In today's video, I'm going to share with you 4 strategies to move forward, turning rejection into redirection. Now, rejection in the job market, rejection when you're applying for a job, these are the things that we as women, when we are transitioning into another career, can be very, very devastating. So, I'm going to give you some tips today on how you can reframe that and move forward. So, step number one is when you're processing that rejection, what do? You have to acknowledge it and you have to feel it. Just take a deep breath. There's nothing wrong with the anxiety that you're feeling or you're even feeling upset. You can journal it out. You could take, for a couple of minutes, or you can do what I call the sit and spin method. That's what I usually do when I feel rejection. I had placed not too long ago, had applied for something that I really, really wanted. And I felt like, I had this thing in the bag. And when I got rejected, I was devastated. So I called someone, I called a friend, I talked to them, I cried it out. So after that, I was angry, mad, all kind of emotions were going through. But after that 24 hours, I call it sit and spin. You have to move on. So you want to redirect your emotions, but make sure that you are acknowledging that. And then instead of thinking that, you're not good enough, it's just that door was not open for you. That was not the door or that was not the job for you. So think about that as you are uh, going through your transitions because many of you are applying for these jobs online and getting rejection after rejection after rejection. And it's not your fault. It's not your resume. It's not you, but you take it personally because you are the one that's applying and you're the one that feels like you're qualified. So let's look at what we can do. In step number 2, we have to find the growth opportunity in that. Now, you can ask yourself, what can I do different or what can I learn from this? That's what you can do in step number 2. Step number 1 was to acknowledge it. Step number 2, what can you do? If they gave you feedback, take that feedback and maybe use that to adjust what it is that you need to do for that next position. Or if they didn't give you any feedback, just don't think about the fact that, I'm not, I just keep getting rejected or they don't want me. These markets a lot of times are saturated. And, most of the time, even if a job is posted, even on these online companies and they use the ATS resume, they may already have someone in mind for that position. So you shouldn't take it personally, but we do because we are women and we do feel that once we want something or we're going after that thing, it's a time for us to focus on what it is that we want. And when we don't get it, we do feel those emotions of getting hurt. Instead of saying, I keep getting rejected, just say, what do I need to strengthen? Is it my interview skills? Do I need to really just go in a different direction? And after multiple rejections, it's not that you lack anything. It's just that you're going to have to go into what I call step 3, and that's to take intentional actions to redirect your steps. Now, what do? You identify a new direction. Maybe you should upskill. Maybe you should look at a different industry. You don't have to be in that same industry. You can network differently. The online jobs, like I said, those are saturated positions. And even if you're let go, like a situation that I had, I really wasn't expecting this, but I was called into the office on a regular work day and the boss kind of sat down and said, okay, well, we're going to let you go because, we're changing the company and so on and so forth. So it completely caught me off guard. And I did not get upset. You have to watch your responses because you don't want to burn a bridge when you're being let go from a position. You have to really kind of manage your emotions at that time. Because I just kept my cool. I listened to what they said because what am I going to do? I can't say, well, you this and you that because they were letting me go for some legitimate reasons, but it didn't have anything to do with me so much personally, but the job was being phased out. But they gave me a pension, they gave me some, you know, money to hold me over until I find the next job. Well, that's an important thing, but you can't just rely on that, or you can't rely on unemployment. You have to keep moving forward and to going towards that goal that you want. So what I did, I just, thanked them. I kept my relationship with them. And what happened when I did get into a position that I needed the referrals, I got great referrals from them and got the job that I was looking for. So make sure that if you're redirecting your energy, you want to take those intentional steps. And in whatever your circumstance is, you want to make sure that you're not being on the negative side of you have to redirect your thought life. You don't want to quit. You just have to come up with a different approach. And if that means taking, a week or so away from your job search, do that as well. Find someone that you can really bounce these things off of. I have a book called Potential Passion and Purpose from Paper to Productivity. And what I like to do is to help people identify their specific passion and go after that, create a roadmap to go after that particular job and not so much a goal that they just have to work. Now, you may have to take some what we call survival jobs, but in the meantime, you should be working and developing your skills for the dream job that you are going for, especially when you're older and you're trying to change careers altogether. So now the fourth step is that you're going to celebrate any small wins that you have, that you maybe got a second interview, that you met a new person, that you networked a different way, that you attended a job fair. And one thing I want to say about the job fair is when you go into a job fair, don't just take the first thing that, the first person that says they want to hire. Go around the entire job fair, take a look at what opportunities are out there and strategically place yourself in a position where that company is going to be able to focus on what it is that you want to do, what you desire to do, because there's great opportunity in the job fair. So even if you have your resume in hand, make sure that it's an ATS style resume, a skills based resume. But make sure that when you step into those job postings, those job things that I know a lot of people are there, but there's plenty of opportunity because those individuals are looking to hire someone, even maybe on the spot. So you have to change our mindset. We have to reframe what it is that we're doing. And the last thing I want to say is just change that rejection into redirection. Redirect your thoughts, redirect your actions, redirect your attitude, and just know that you are growing in the things that you are reaching forward to. So I want to thank you for being a part of the broadcast today. If you have any questions, you can, or you want to share something, or you want to ask a question about a challenge that you're having in the job market of finding something, just leave it in the comment section and I'll respond to that as well. So thank you so much. And I hope this was helpful for you and you have a great one.